Makoko never sleeps. Even when the sun disappears behind the polluted waters of Lagos Lagoon, the floating slum keeps breathing, like a restless creature that refuses to die. Wooden houses lean on fragile stilts above dark water filled with refuse and forgotten dreams. Narrow planks connect the homes. They creak beneath the weight of thousands of lives trying to survive another day. Children run across them barefoot, like tightrope walkers who have done it all their lives. Women shout prices across floating markets. Men paddle their canoes through the maze of homes, searching for opportunity instead of fish. The air smells of smoked fish, kerosene, and survival. This is where Dorcas Abimbola was born, and this is where poverty trapped her family. Dorcas was 23 years old, but exhaustion already lived inside her eyes. Years of struggle had hardened her hands long before adulthood was supposed to. Every morning before sunrise, she crossed a narrow wooden bridge carrying a heavy bucket of water on her head. Each step made the planks groan beneath her feet, as if the bridge itself was tired of carrying everyone's burdens. When she reached their tiny wooden shack, she pushed the door open quietly. Inside, her whole world waited. Her mother, Mama Tinu, lay on a thin mattress placed directly on the wooden floor. Once strong and lively, now fragile, like a candle slowly burning its final wax. Near the corner of the room sat Dorcas's younger siblings, Tinu, 14 years old. She stared at a worn school notebook whose pages had turned yellow with age. Beside her sat Samuel, only 8 years old. He stared silently at an empty plate, the kind of silence hunger teaches children far too early. Dorcas placed the bucket down gently. "Did you eat yesterday night?" Samuel slowly shook his head. The answer pierced Dorcas like a knife. Mama Tinu coughed weakly from the mattress. "I told them to wait for you." Dorcas forced a smile she did not feel. She opened the nylon bag she had brought from the market. Inside were only 2 small sachets of gari. That was everything. She poured them into a bowl and added water. "We will manage today." Samuel began eating quickly, like someone afraid the food might suddenly disappear. Tinu ate slowly, her mind clearly somewhere else. Then she spoke. "School said exam fees must be paid tomorrow." Dorcas froze.
How much?
"How much?" 5,000 naira. The number hung in the air. To some people in Lagos, it was nothing. To Dorcas, it felt like climbing a mountain barefoot. Mama Tino sighed. "Leave it. God will provide." Dorcas lowered her eyes. She had heard those words all her life, but somehow poverty always arrived before miracles. The next day, Dorcas walked through the crowded streets of Lagos searching for work. Shop after shop, door after door. The answers felt identical. "No vacancy. Do you have experience? Leave your number." Hope after hope closed quietly in her face. By evening, Dorcas sat beneath a flickering streetlight. Her legs hurt, but her heart hurt more. Then her phone rang, an unfamiliar number. Dorcas stared at the screen for a moment before answering. But before life could reveal what that call meant, tragedy arrived first. That same night, Mama Tinu collapsed. One moment she was speaking, the next moment she was struggling to breathe. The children screamed. Dorcas rushed her to the nearest clinic. Inside, the doctor spoke calmly. "She needs treatment immediately." Dorcas nodded desperately. "Okay, sir." Then he said the number. 30,000 naira deposit. Dorcas felt the ground disappear beneath her feet. Sir, I don't have that. The doctor sighed. Then we cannot admit her. Those words hung in the air like a death sentence. Outside the clinic, Dorcas sat on the concrete floor, crying quietly so her siblings would not hear. Then she heard a voice behind her. It looks like someone's life is beating very well. Dorcas turned. Standing there was a woman who clearly belonged to a completely different world. Perfect hair, expensive clothes, confidence that money creates. Her name was Natasha, and she was about to offer Dorcas something dangerous. What if you could make that money in just one night?